Welcome to all. Let's begin our today's class. Today we are going to know about the past perfect tense. What is this tense and when do we use it in English? Let's focus on this example. I had eaten breakfast before I went to school. While looking that example, we can conclude that the past perfect tense expresses action in the past before another action in the past. So this tense is the past of the past. Now let's begin. Let's imagine a situation. The train left at 9 a.m. B arrived at 9:15 a.m. So we can say that when B arrived, the train had left. Instead of writing these two simple sentences in past indefinite tense, we can make one sentence by using past perfect tense. We can say that when we arrived, the train had left, or we can say that the train had left before we arrived. In any way you can write. So we saw that in past perfect tense there are two past actions. One action is earlier action and another is later action. Please focus on this example. The Titanic had received many warnings before it hit the ice walls. The Titanic had received many warnings is earlier action and it hit the ice wall. It is the later action. Earlier action has been written in past perfect tense and later action is written in past indefinite tense. Another example, I had already eaten when my friend stopped by to visit. So earlier action is I had already eaten. This is earlier action and it should be written in past perfect tense. And the later action, my friend stopped by, is written in past simple tense or past indefinite tense. So there are two actions in past perfect tense. By observing above examples, we can conclude that to talk about a past action that ended before another action or time in the past, we use before and after. We use the simple past too. Example, the film had started before we arrived. We also use the past perfect to show the cause of the past action. Cause is shown by because I was tired on Monday because I hadn't slept well the last night before. With time expression, we use when, after, before, as soon as, by the time, by and until. For example, by the time I got home, my mother had already prepared dinner. By observing above sentences, we conclude that this tense has two types of sentences. Simple sentences, complex sentences. In simple sentences, we have only one action and we write simple sentences like this. I had finished my work by evening. They had already taken coffee. Here is only one action. Complex sentences. In complex sentences, there are two types of sentences or clauses. Principal clause or subordinate clause. Principal clause is written with the help of past perfect tense and subordinate clause are written with the help of past indefinite tense. Let's focus on another example. He came to my house after I had already left. I had already left is the earlier action and the earlier action is written in past perfect tense. He came to my house after. It is a later action and it should be written in simple past tense. So there are two actions and earlier action should be written in past perfect and later action should be written in simple past tense. So this is a complex sentence. Now the question is how to write the sentences. Affirmative sentences. Subject plus had plus be3 object plus other words. Example, he had written the letter. This is a simple sentence. The thief had gone before the police came. This is a complex sentence. Negative sentences should be written like this. Subject plus hadn't plus be3 plus object plus other words. We had not finished our work before you came. I hadn't punished him till yesterday. Subject may be first person, second person or third person. We should always use auxiliary verb had in this tense. Interrogative sentences should be written had is before the sentence, after that subject plus be3 plus object plus other words. Example, had you finished your work by 3 p.m. Okay. Look at the example. After he had taken his music lesson, he made a telephone call. Ali had repaired his car before he went